Welcome, everybody, to Friday night and our presentation of Cult Divinity Lost that we call Manhattan. We're missing Amari at the moment, but she will be popping in at some point. So if you see everything go wonky, that's just the way it happens. We are ready to go, and you guys sound fabulous. Welcome to my players. Hello, everybody. Back at Joel's safe house, which is where Amari left them after she basically rescued them from their group therapy gone bad back at the Bergen. Tonight, however, we're going to start with a scene that involves Sasha.
We'd invaded the Dawn's spot where we knew that the dip was taken to. Ernie played lame duck, and we slaughtered everybody in the building and took the dip.
Wherever Sasha was going back to after that event happened, he starts to get that typical feeling that when he starts to realize, wait a second, right? You start to learn how to tell at some point little things about the illusion, where it is, when it is, that sort of stuff. You become more susceptible to its energies, for lack of a better word. And I don't know if it's on the drive back to your place or whether you're walking or maybe you're just sitting on the john, but you start to realize that the environment that you're in is not the environment you're in. And then once you accept that is when, I want to say, your world goes black. And in a sense it does, but you are not knocked out. You're not in the Jerry, all your world goes black, or the Brian, your world goes black. This is the Sasha, your world goes black. And it is as if you were sitting or standing wherever you were, except now there's no walls or no ceiling. It is that scene in the movies where it is nothing but black and a spotlight from nowhere that shines down and highlights you amidst this. And a man you recognize walks into the circle of light. Dressed in a suit, an older man. You know him as the Doctor. In fact, I don't know if you know his real name. He's always been in your books as the Doctor. Sasha, how are you?
Where are we?
What difference does it make?
Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't.
That's good.
What do you want?
I wanted, as things have started to change, I see that you are all beginning to awaken. And I wanted, I don't know, just to have a moment with you before it's all over.
Do you think that I owe you something? Do you think that we're friends, that even allies in some way? What? The last time I saw you, we sent you to Inferno.
Yes, I know.
We destroyed you.
Well,
we tore you into pieces.
That version of me, yes, and I wanted to thank you. That sped things along nicely. I really appreciated that. There's some connection here, and apparently it seems as though my brother has become involved, and I don't know how, and I don't know why, or how he's gotten here.
You say your brother like I'm supposed to know what that means or who that is.
Oh, I won't tell you his name. No, I don't want you that awake yet. But you're going to be sent back to your poor friends. They think you're dead. And I'm going to let them continue to think that for a little while, because it's amusing to me. In fact, let's do that now. You are both standing amidst the others in Joel's safe house. Joel and those who are at the safe house cannot see you or the Doctor. However, at this moment, whoever is interested in Sasha, as Amari has just departed, not but a half a second ago, I assume now your attention would fall to Sasha, who lies lifeless on the floor.
Oh, yeah. I imagine that Harvey and I are racing to his side, make sure that he's good and okay.
Yeah, I feel like I need to go ahead and roll for that one.
Yes, do that.
Because
Thank
that
you.
is not a good sight. That is not what I want to see at all.
I had assumed I made you roll for it last time, but we can re-roll that baby.
They had just popped into the room and I hadn't seen him yet. 10.
Cool. Well, you know what this means by now, what a 10 does, so you're going to lose some stability, and I guess I don't need to guess exactly what your emotional state is.
I'm terrified. I rush to Sasha with Joel, and I'm sitting on my legs, and I scoop him up into my lap, and I'm just like shaking him, like, no, Ernie's here, right?
Yeah, and Joel's trying to get to his throat to find a pulse.
Ernie, you got to do something. You got to
act under pressure.
What happened?
Do what, Curtis?
Act under pressure.
Is this some kind of fucking game to you?
It really is. Watch. It's going to get better.
I got 17.
There's no pulse.
Oh shit.
Check again. Check somewhere else.
Harvey.
No. That's not how this is not. That's not. No, that's
hold on.
Not how this happens. It isn't how this happens.
Just calm down. Maybe we can do something. Maybe
I just remembered him. Okay.
I know. And then I'm screaming at Ernie and all but about to kick his ass if he doesn't come over here like right now.
Yeah, go ahead and check on him. What are you checking?
If she already checked the pulse, I'm still going to also check the pulse. And when I find that there is no pulse, I would probably try to use battlefield medicine to see if I could do anything at all.
Make me an act under pressure roll.
That is a 7.
Oh, come
on the right page.
Oh my gosh.
A 7. You want to do that, Ernie, but you have forgotten how.
There's nothing I can do.
No. There's Jojo, what do you have here? What do you have here besides fucking guns everywhere? Do you have anything?
A first aid kit, but is he bleeding anywhere? I don't see any fucking blood. Do you? Okay, look.
Go get it.
Wait. And Joel just slowly, with hands still frozen, turns and looks at Blythe. She's supposed to be dead. He is dead.
No, he's...
Oh, bam. Blythe disappears.
God damn it. Fucker.
And the
I'm
prestige.
Extremely distressed.
Joel, keep it together.
You're such a dick. I love you, but I hate you. Hold on. I gotta check it.
I'm
Did
gonna
you
roll
take her
another
too?
one also.
Did you take her again?
Yeah, she's been gone for a while.
Oh, that's real bad. I did not do good.
You've never found her. There's no again. That's a failure on the keep it together. Blythe, you are in your room watching this through your mirror. Well, Joel, Sasha's dead. Blythe has disappeared. Harvey seems to be losing it.
Mm-hmm.
At least, at a bare minimum, you turn into a dog.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
And
So I'm alone with Ernie and Sasha's dead body and a dog.
yes, and the dog starts to growl. Ernie or Harvey?
I think I'm frozen, honestly. It's a lot all at once.
Yeah, why don't you roll to observe a situation, and let's see if you even realize that the dog is growling.
Okay.
Ernie, I'm going to not make you roll. You're watching it as you've kind of stepped away in your little scared moment, not remembering the spell that you should know. It's not even a spell, it's just an ability, but you've forgotten to wiggle your nose or whatever it is that you do. And as you back up, you can see that the dog is, looks like it's pissed at somebody, and being a canine, it's about ready to do something. It doesn't seem to be able to control itself, having lost its ability to.
Well, good for you, Curtis. I rolled another keep it together as well when Blythe disappeared, and I got a 9. And then my observe a situation was a 5.
I'm not going to worry about the keep it together. I'll let you just blend that into your thing, because it doesn't get much worse other than me taking over your faculties, which I may do at any moment. But right now you're just there bawling, not noticing that Joel, the dog, is creeping up on you. But Dr. Kennedy does. It looks like a rabid Saint Bernard. What do you do?
Miss Watson, I need you to calm down. And he does this. Mr. Winston, maybe pull Sasha's body away from her. She doesn't seem to be her normal self.
She's not going. The dog growls at you and gives a little snap.
Oh my god. I'm so stressed out. Do I even hear him?
No.
Okay.
You have to do something, Jerry. This dog's going to bite one of you. It's deciding, looking back and forth, but it's angry, pissed off, looks at the body, looks where Blythe was. Joel is mad. And somebody is going to get bit.
I would like to, if I still have my faculties, use my genius advantage then to figure out a way out of this life-threatening situation.
I'm sorry, I didn't do it.
Soul plus soul.
Well, that's a 17.
Nice. You get 3 edges.
Okay.
Of the 3 to choose from.
I would first like to realize an effective way to dispose of the threat.
Wait.
Dispose.
Wait, hold on.
word.
What the fuck? Ah! No.
The doctor laughs. Only Sasha hears it. And you have a knife in your hand, Dr. Kennedy. You can get a +1 harm whenever you exploit it.
Now, Miss Watson, don't make me use this.
Roll to influence another, and if you would like, you can take your +1 there, or you can save it just in case it doesn't work and she decides to go for you.
I still have 2 edges. I'm going to take that +1.
That's a roll plus charisma.
It was 14
Okay.
with all the modifiers, but I didn't do the thing right because it was a 10 + 2 + 1 + 1.
Oh, gotcha.
I just felt like Tim Curry from Clue right there.
Yeah, that would have confused Roll20 anyways. God knows what number we would have gotten. Well, that's a success. And she does what you ask. And sort of backs off a little bit.
And then I looked down at the knife What? Where did this come from?
Train. I feel like I should do something with Harvey, but I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with Harvey yet. So we're going to cut scenes so that we can get Jerry in the loop. And Jerry, you had a hell of a situation the last any of our audience saw you anyways at the Bergen when you had to excuse yourself to the bathroom. And you met Myth and Lenny and received a note, I believe.
Yes.
Was there anything with the note, or was it just a note?
It was a note and a gun.
A note and a gun.
I was given a note and a gun from Myth.
Now, Curtis looks to see, why the fuck did I give Jerry a gun?
That's what I thought.
I guess I don't remember. Okay. Very good. Something, you do remember the note, though, right?
Yes.
Because, let's see. I need to look at that myself real quick. The, I think the gun might have just been from Myth, probably in case you needed it when you went back out there. That probably would have been something that I would have done. When you finish whatever it is that you want to do in the bathroom, Myth and Lenny went back into the stall and then disappeared. If you had like opened up the door to follow them in, it would have been a dirty toilet.
I for sure checked after like a couple minutes. After cleaning myself up and checking. Well, actually, the last thing that happened was she knocked me out.
Oh.
So I would have checked the bathroom once I came to if I was still in the bathroom.
That works for me too. Even better. I think I knew that, but for some reason I had doubted myself there at the end. So when you awaken and check, what do you do?
Well, I wake up and check the bathroom since I'm still there. Realize no one's there. I check my pants.
Your pants are clean.
Oh, thank God. Wait, did someone change me? Oh God. I'm not gonna think about it. Jerry puts the gun in his back and walks out the door. That he came in.
When you walk out the door, you almost want to force yourself to stop before you actually step all the way through the door, but for some reason, you can't. And you step into a room similar to what I described for Sasha at the beginning. However, in the center of this room, in the spotlight, is a glass house. That's the best way to say it succinctly. And you can see all of your friends inside of it, huddled as they were around Sasha's dead body. Only Joel has taken on the form of, oh, look, it's the St. Bernard. Boy, she looks pretty pissed. What do you do?
Well, I don't throw any rocks. That was a bad joke. I'll continue with the roleplay. Jerry walks up to the group.
That's a good one.
Tries to diffuse the situation. Let me check if I have any.
Yeah, there's no way into the house. You are outside the house watching them as if through a two-way mirror.
Well,
when
then
you
I
get
might
up
pick
close
up
to
a
it,
rock.
it's like thick and kind of bumpy. It's not really like glass. It is transparent, but it's not smooth.
Okay, can I try to break it? I just tried punching it. If there's a rock around, I'll try to smash it. If it's not breakable, I'll pull out the gun and shoot it.
Right. When you see what you see, roll me a keep it together.
Okay.
And you commence to pounding first.
Just trying to get attention.
Right. Roll to endure injury -1 harm for me, please.
So I didn't keep it together. That was a 6.
No.
Let's see if I can just completely ruin these rolls. That's what I'm hoping for. So endure injury.
Yes.
Oh, my favorite.
Knock it out.
My absolute favorite. I rolled bad on the first one, so maybe. Okay, it's above a 9. It's a 10. I didn't
That's
die.
good. No, you don't die. That's better than a 9. I'm surprised Chris didn't say it. Better than a 9. That's what you're supposed to say.
Better than a 9.
Yeah, you do avoid the worst of it, of course, because you're in control at that moment when you're pounding away. And you will take 1 harm just because I'm going to let you hit it a little bit hard. And then you start to hit it harder as the panic takes over, which is actually me, and your 6 takes over. And you will continue to pound until you have done another damage to your hands. And then you'll take the gun and you will beat it against this thing until you have broken it.
The gun?
Yes.
Oh.
And you don't get their attention. Everybody who is inside the room, however, well, I don't know. Hang on a second. Maybe you do. I want everybody who's inside the house to roll me a observation or perception or something. I don't know. Let's just see. I'm just wanting to throw some randomness in here to see who might notice the very slight dum, 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 which is all you're going to hear.
Even if I'm a dog?
Even if you're a dog.
Okay.
In fact, give yourself a +1 because you're a dog. How's that?
Oh, well then I got a 13.
I'm not so mean.
Thanks. Try to get me stabbed, but it's fine.
I was trying to get you stabbed.
I know.
I rolled a 4.
Ernie, what the fuck?
I somehow got a 17.
Anybody succeed? Wow.
I got a 13. I did okay.
I think after wailing and causing a big fuss, I just kind of shut down and go quiet and hold him and just cry. And that would be the moment where I like think it's just my heart in my ears, but it's a little more prominent than that. And I slowly lift up my face and I just look so pitiful.
Yeah, that's about the time he starts to go crazy, beating his hands until they're bloody, and then he bangs the gun against it, and that's the pounding gets a little bit louder, changes tune at the end, and then we'll continue until Jerry says stop.
Jerry's going apeshit on this wall, just trying to, like, waving his arms, jumping up and down, punching the wall as hard as he can. He's probably, like, every single one of his knuckles is probably dripping blood. Possibly broken finger. We'll find out later.
Do I see anything if I look where I hear the pounding? Maybe roll for soul?
Because you're the chosen, I'll let you roll for soul. Sasha, the doctor just sort of flicks his hand and lights up Jerry on the outside as if you can see him beating his hands bloody. And he laughs.
Wow, 16.
How far will they go, do you think?
Do I see the doctor and Sasha and Jerry, or do I only see
That's a really good
the
question.
house?
Roll plus soul for me.
Okay.
What does Jerry have to do with any of this?
He laughs, chuckles. Not yet.
I got a 21.
Nice. And a 16. Excellent. Good job. Joel, did you see through the illusion? Oh, you weren't seeing through the illusion. You were just observing the situation.
I heard a little bit. I got a 13
Yes,
to hear if Jerry was pounding.
I will
She's
let
just
you.
barking.
I will let you start to calm down enough that you are no longer a threat. Ernie, you can loosen your grip on the knife. And you have, the reason being is that you suddenly realize that Harvey seems to have noticed something that is something. And Blythe, and this is all sort of a whole lot of things are going to start to happen at once here. I'm going to, from the doctor's point of view first, as he tells Sasha, you are all very strong. This place was supposed to have dampened that. It's my problem to solve. Don't think you're that strong, though. But it appears as though everybody's waking up just a little bit too much. And he sort of, you can notice some discomfort in his tone. And then he looks back over his shoulder, and that is when Blythe, at first you were seeing everything up close, and then when you, because of your role, sense everything, your mirror zooms back, I'll say, zooms out, right? And then suddenly you are looking at the black and the room, and there's a little spot with Jerry over here on this corner, and here's a little spot over here with Sasha, and you guessed it, the doctor. And it's at that moment that the doctor turns his head and looks back over his shoulder, up just a little bit above him and to the back, where you are peering down at him, and locks eyes with you. And now I want you to keep it together.
Like he's looking at the camera.
Yeah, he's looking at you, Blythe. He knows you're there and sees you.
Can I see what he's looking at?
Yes.
I did not keep it together.
No, you
That
did
tracks.
not. Which is good. Yes, that was
That tracks.
not what you were expecting. Well, it seems
It's like
as
the
though-
Flash and Superman in the...
Yes, he's just
Yeah.
like the oh shit.
It appears as though everybody wants to get together. Aren't you all so nice? Like family. Why don't, let's just see how far I can get. Do you think one of them would kill another? Do you think they would do that? Would it be possible, maybe perhaps to save you?
Harvey and JoJo would kill to save me, yes.
Would they kill each other to save you? That would solve so many problems. Perhaps.
I'm sure you know that all of this rage is boiling inside of me, and that if I could do anything to harm you in any way, that I would, but I know perfectly well that I cannot. You are the voice of pain. Is that what it was? Is that what you call yourself? Right? I know that you're faster and stronger and more powerful than me, and I
That's
shouldn't
good. And remember that. And his irritation grows because of Harvey's see through the illusion. And Harvey, you suddenly sense Sasha in that direction, whatever direction that is, towards him. I think actually there's actually a little floor plan of Joel's safe house. If you zoom out, let me see if I can get some perspective, because you were all there, we'll say, in the living room on the first floor where all this is happening. So we're going to say Sasha is up above to the top, Blythe is slightly behind him, Jerry's on the opposite side at the back end, looking through all of the walls and such as far as where everybody is, just so that you have some perspective. But I'm saying this because I'm presuming your next move, Harvey, as in that you might get up and start working or walking in that direction or something. But I'm going to ask, though, what do you do? You're now down on your knees cradling the body, but suddenly he doesn't quite feel like Sasha anymore. You don't seem as attached to this thing in your arms as you did a second ago, which may in and of itself be weird, because you're a little bit more attached to Sasha than that.
Yeah, I slowly lower the body on the ground, and I have my hands in my hair, and I feel like I'm going crazy. Like everything was just wake up, have breakfast, go to group therapy, and now it's all crumbling, and I'm hearing this incessant pounding, and there's a moment of just frustration where I hit my head a little bit to try to, like, as if that'll help me get it together, and I'll slowly get up to my feet and stumble to the wall. It's like a zombie walk. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing, why I'm headed there, but I'm drawn to it.
Yeah. My natural thinking is that you start to focus and concentrate, trying to sense what it is that you're sensing stronger, more, so that you can get some information about it, so that your brain can understand it, I suppose. I'm going to let you squint your eyes real hard for just a second. Jerry, you're all bloodied up, and you can sense and see now, as you're watching and starting to give up, after however much damage that has done to you. And you can also sense that they are focused on something else. And we'll say that you've worked your way around the entire thing. At that moment, you were on the backside, but I'm going to let you work your way back up to the front, to the top side. And Joel and Dr. Kennedy, you see Harvey put the body down on the floor and start walking away over towards, like, where the kitchen is, trying to get a sense of what it is that is happening. And Dr. Kennedy, you see the body move. And then about half a second later, Joel sees the body move. What do you do?
You see big St. Bernard eyes look up at Ernie and then look back down to the body and just slowly creep forward and kind of nudge with the nuzzle. Just nudge the hand a little bit, and then look back at Ernie and some whimpers before laying down and putting a head on Sasha's hand.
It's Sasha. He says, "Where are we? Am I alive?" Harvey, you hear Sasha behind you. Where are we? Are we up? What's going on?
I
What
kind
happened?
of pause in the doorway to the kitchen. Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Harpy around the
Like,
corner.
I'm
Oh
like,
my
what did I
gosh.
do? No, that was me. That wasn't Harvey.
No,
Oh
I'm
my
sorry. Just
gosh.
the idea of that. I'm walking around the corner and going, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I quickly turn on my heel when I hear the voice, and it's first relief and then confusion. And do I still feel drawn to
Oh,
the kitchen?
thank God. Harvey, it's Sasha. It's like he's doing the best he can to get up. He looks rather weak.
Hey, no, just. Oh my God, I thought you were. I'll
Man,
go to
Dr.
him.
Kennedy. And he's like grabbing you all up, trying to get Jojo, come here. God, your dog.
I have a question.
Yes.
Does this Sasha smell like Sasha? I'm a puppy.
That's a question that you need to roll to ask.
Would you like me to roll?
Investigation.
Yeah. Let's
Oh,
do that.
great. Great. Big Duke, I've got so much put into that one.
I had a power once upon a time that let me see people for who they truly were. Where is that?
What was that called?
I hope you find it fast.
It is
it's not on my
possibility.
sheet, but I had it. I know that I had it.
It might have been one that we exchanged or something at some point.
It was through my higher power, and I rolled at the beginning of every session. It would give me 3 edges if I rolled a 20.
right.
And I know one of the
Yeah.
things was
Yes.
to see someone for who they truly are. And I think in this situation, with the feeling I get from the kitchen and the bizarreness of this all, that I would do that.
Let me ask you a question. How upset are you right now? I mean, you just rolled that
It's
6 still.
bound.
I'm going to give you the opportunity to measure out from that to a point, of course.
I'm very
are you
overwhelmed.
starting to get pissed off yet?
I wouldn't say pissed off. Harvey's not one to really go to anger as a base emotion.
Sasha, do you think I can make her mad?
Who? Joel?
No. Him mad. My apologies. Sexes and all. I don't pay
Harvey.
much attention to that. Harvey, yes.
Yes, I'm sure that you can.
Brilliant. Harvey. Roll. Roll to act under pressure.
Okay.
Let's see how cool you can stay.
I mean, they have gotten very good at not getting angry when I smoke in the house, but it's definitely something that makes them angry. So maybe you show yourself and be smoking a cigar or something, and that would possibly upset him.
That is a trigger.
Sorry, what was that you said?
See, that definitely is a trigger for Harvey, getting annoyed. He tries to be nice about it, though.
Yes. Yeah. He's resilient for sure, but he has friends. Harvey, you're starting to slowly get annoyed. It seems to be creeping up on you. But you don't. However, you do have the awareness now that there is this thing and some other thing, and one of the two is fucking Sasha. So that is what is beginning to irritate you when you feel this breath on the back of your neck, just kind of right off to the back corner side. And the smell of copper shell casings, I suppose, might be something that Javier would recognize. If you thought about it hard enough, it would smell like blood. This metallic sort of smell. And if you turn or flinch or try to look, there's nothing there, but it feels like there is something there, especially when that breath gets closer to your ear and you hear a whisper, "Would you like to see them all?"
What?
I know you want to see all so badly. I can make that happen for you.
Okay, yeah, maybe I do. Fuck it.
Wonderful. You are all on the gray, mountainous landscape of nothing, jagged rock around you. Sasha and the doctor stand on a cliff's edge about 50 feet off and up. Blythe, or you think it's Blythe, there's somebody lying on another cliff's edge up above that, a very small one. However, you see wings. Jerry, you cease your pounding as you fall on your face. I won't make you roll to see if it knocks you out. And you are now with the group, and you're all there. And the thing that was Sasha is now turning into something else, morphing into what appears to be a sort of humanoid creature, but it isn't pleasant. And I'm going to let you all think about how you're going to react to all of this over break. So, yeah, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back and sort this out. Let's see, can I find break scene? There it is. We'll be right back.
Welcome, please. Remain seated. Stay calm.
Play safe, watch safe. You know, the safety mechanics are for you guys too. Always do the right thing for you. Thank you very much. Now on to the thing we just warned you about.
Was when I was on a cruise. Oh.
I'm glad I worked in that little bit of a extra buffer on my break time reel. However, we're back, but I've lost a couple. Austin had a phone call. Jaylee and Amari are at the same place, and they're connecting. So we do have an extra player. That's great. So we're kind of waiting for them to come back, which they will pop on at any moment. I'm not going to stress about it. However, the scene pretty much stays the same. So really, it would start with Sasha, I assume, as he has the closest proximity to the doctor, who you can tell now that his best play at this moment, then once everybody started to get all nosy, was to just eliminate the walls and have them all take a shot. Some of you, your dramatic hooks may have been altered because of this particular situation. Don't worry about that. You will still get credit for it. See if you can find a way to adapt. And you almost know it's true. It's kind of like that scene in Tombstone where Doc Holliday gives him the little wink, you know, to get everybody to get everybody to start shooting. I'm glad she spoke up and I saw that ugly yellow bar. And that's sort of the feel that you get, Sasha. He may even give you just a little glance to the side, like, let's see what we can get started here. And, I'll let you think about the first move, because I have to bring Amari into the situation. Can you hear me, Amari?
I sure can.
Yeah, everything went to shit for you as soon as you brought everybody down into the thing. You were all in the observation chamber up to that point. You can try to suss out, and you're going to be confused as to how this fits in your world, and that's on purpose, as to why you don't have that particular information, because I want you a bit confused. I want you to feel powerful but helpless. Because what happens is, as you give them all your goodbye and you do the big fancy flower petal ascension into your world, you feel this cold, stinging pain as if somebody has just snatched you by the ear and yoinked you out of your dream space. And when you land on the ground with a thud, it is in this gray, rockish landscape amongst the rest of them. And Sasha and the doctor are up on a cliff's edge, about 50 feet up, 50 feet away, or yards, actually, not feet. Blythe is further up away behind them. The rest of them are there circled pretty much around you. There is also another creature that is rising up. It used to look like Sasha, but now it is most definitely not Sasha. It is one of these. An Azgul. As it sort of shakes off the skin of this Sasha, and it's humanoid, only taller, and it seems to be made of like this smoked glass is the best way to describe it. It's translucent. You can see inside of it there are organs that are similar to yours, but not exactly. And you can see the fluids moving and flowing through it. It doesn't have the spear that you see in your picture. Sorry, audience, you don't see the picture. It's on their thing, my fidget toy I just dropped. So, yeah, what are you guys going to do? It's standing up, going to its knees. It does have the armor. It's shaking off. It's got this sort of bloody slime on its outside from the Sasha costume.
Is this the same thing that we saw under the doctor's apartment, under Blythe's house, when we were down in the tunnels, standing at the fire?
It is, I believe. Good memory. Not the same one, but yes.
No, not the same one, but the same. I mean, is it Sasha? Do I recognize it as something like that?
Yes.
Sasha, is everybody within close proximity of me? Are we 10 feet apart, 50 feet apart, 200 feet apart?
You are 50 yards away and up at a diagonal, we'll say, from where they are.
And the Azgul is down there with them?
Yes.
And where is Blythe?
In their midst. Blythe is above you and further back on this mountainside, a cliff wall of rocks and such. Blythe, did I knock you out, or were you just lost to the...
Just
you were
chilling,
watching,
yeah.
right? Well, I mean, you'd lost your keep it together role, and so I was just making you out of it, sort of. That's also your perspective. I will let you start to bring yourself back together now as your surroundings have changed, and considering the suffering that I, the doctor, have put you through, I will give you the opportunity to do something if you would like. Is she there? Oh, she went away. There she is.
Bye-bye.
Sorry, I'm back. Hello.
That's okay.
I had to step away for 2 moments.
Oh, that's all right. I know
I'm bringing myself back together.
Yes. And yes, you bring yourself back together. You can make a move. What do you want to do? What do you do? As you you see you got a bird's eye view basically of this.
Yeah. And Sasha's on the same ledge as I am?
He's down just a little bit further. It's just rocks and cliffs. It's a sheer wall behind you. The sky is gray. There's nothing really above you. You can't get a sense of direction like a sun or anything like that. And then down, it's kind of like, I'm going to just try to dated examples. Just a generic rocky
I gotcha.
scene with an empty spot down below, and there's Sasha and the doctor on the cliff, and lo and behold, Amari has just been flung from the sky, plump, onto the floor. You were a little bit harder to get into the scene.
Okay.
As far as the battle with, talking to Amari, the battle with the doctor, while he plucked you out of the sky, as it were, down. So yeah, that's the scene that, and your red-eyed friends, because they've been crying.
Okay. I'm so sorry if you already said this, but do we see like all of this, or are we still just seeing?
No, he's
Joel's
the
safe
doctor
house?
has shown his hand, as it were. That was his best move in this particular moment. So yeah, he has changed your surroundings, and you are all there together. He's just standing there amused, waiting to see what everybody decides to do.
What is this? Some kind of sick joke? And I take a step forward, and my fist is clenching, and I look up to where I felt Harvey's presence, or Sasha's presence, so to say.
Sasha, is he talking to me? You have one shot.
I suggest you go
to
ask
save their lives.
You're leaving it up to me to save their lives.
Oh, no. I'm just giving you a shot. It's obviously going to fail.
Yes, I feel like you're baiting
say
me.
Something or a speech. Of course I am.
Yeah, you're quite obvious. I know that I can't harm you. I've tried. I know that I don't have access to even the things that I had when I tried to harm you and was unable to. I watched you nearly rip Blythe's head off with no effort whatsoever. Harvey and I both put everything we had into destroying you again, and this is obviously all just
You're right.
a game, right? You're trying to place us upon the board for whatever your sick pleasures are. Do as you will.
Very well. Mr. Winston, it was good seeing you. I hope we don't meet again.
Yeah, I hope so too. You know, I can't really say that I feel the same about, liking seeing you. I would actually rather you just like not exist, but you keep crawling back, don't you? Listen, can we just cut to the chase? Is this going to be a talking situation? Is this going to be violent situation? Like, what do you want?
I want her wings. And I will have them. You are tougher than I thought. and it will not be as easy as just me jumping up on that cliff's edge and ripping them from her back, as much as I would like to do that. I tried that once, remember? But you can all sort yourselves out, and I'll deal with whatever's left. How does that sound? Oh, your friend, he wants your attention. And with that, the doctor vanishes into a wisp of black smoke, and you hear this noise coming from the Asgul as he rises up and surveys the situation, deciding who gets hit first.
Am I still a Saint Bernard?
What do you want to be?
Well, am I like a normal size Saint
A
Bernard?
dragon.
Or am I a dragon? Am
No,
I a
you're-
Yeah, dragon.
normal size
You're-
Saint Bernard, or am I a big ass Saint Bernard?
You are a larger than Cujo-sized Saint Bernard, but from now on, you will tell me what kind of dog you are. It can be any kind of dog you want, and you can make it within reason just about any size you want. So, yeah.
Elephant-sized Shih Tzu. That's what you should be.
Hell yeah.
Pomeranian. I want to
Hell
ride a
yeah.
Pomeranian.
No, I
A
got it.
rhinoceros-sized.
I will
want
let
to be.
you can be
I
as
want-
big as a bear
Oh,
in size.
damn it! I was gonna say a blue whale size Chihuahua.
Bears get pretty big.
God.
I'll let you go that far. Hey, you ever seen like a Kodiak bear? Those things are ginormous. Big old grizzlies.
Hooch.
Sasha, you're free. Blythe, you are free after your hell. You can believe it or not. I probably wouldn't if I were you, but you are up on a cliff's edge. You could try your wings out.
I'm absolutely going to try my wings out now that I don't feel the doctor's presence anymore.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll just reckless Blythe run off the side of the cliff and just swan dive.
Sweet. Roll to endure injury -3 for me, would you?
Oh my god.
Your wings don't work.
No.
If she starts to fall, I will try to catch her with
shit.
my super.
Nice.
I have
I-
super strength.
Why don't
you?
you?
Endure injury -3.
Yes.
You might want to check your character sheet. Do you have super strength? Because I don't have any of my good stuff.
Curtis.
I alluded at one point. It might have been an episode you weren't here for during the last couple. I don't remember exactly when I did, but I told them all that they could try out their powers as they are remembering them. As your memory is a progressive thing, is slowly all coming back to you. So if you wanted to take a shot at something, however, I might make it not work. Was the catch?
Point
It's
in
either that
face. I'm
telekinesis.
going to die. I got an 8.
Wow.
You don't have to die. You get to choose. When you roll less than a 9 on endure injury, it's the player's choice. So you can just take a serious wound
Can
from
I
your fall.
yell and thrust out my hand and
But,
attempt
yeah.
to use my telekinesis to
Let's-
stop her before she?
Yeah, I was working on getting to your sheet real quick here. So hang on to that for just a second, Blythe, because as you are falling, going, dang, why ain't these things, man, this is going to hurt,
Not work?
right? In very slow motion. Harvey, for you, this is not me talking, really. What were you wanting to do? Telekinesis and catch her, or super strength?
I think I'll do the telekinesis to try to catch her. Like I said, I just like hold out my hand as if that'll stop her. It just feels instinctive, and I scream her name.
Yeah, you will get just enough juice in that to save her one of those 3 harm. So her injury is not as bad, if that's the way you go, you could just give up now, Blythe, and take death.
You like start to slow down, like you kind of jerk a little bit, and then.
Yes. So you are awake, not unconscious. Saved you that. But the 8 supersedes the harm, as it were, I suppose. So, but it's your choice. Or if we can just knock you out, you can take a nap like Jerry.
No.
Like
Jerry gets Brian gets fucked when he gets knocked out. I don't
He's-
want that option.
generally in a shitty position.
Literally. So I will take the wound.
Why'd you
Describe it. What kind of wound do you get? What happens? Where did you get hurt? Did you break
Fucked up my
something?
elbow pretty bad.
Okay, she broke her arm.
There. Yeah.
No, just
I landed with my arm under me, and you guys just hear the crunch of a broken bone, and my body kind
Did
of.
all of your clothes fall off?
I mean, I might still be wearing something.
That's
Who
so
knows?
Blythe.
Barely.
with the impact.
my skirt is like, it's like an upskirt, you know? Like it's definitely, it's just showing everything. Bad anime style. My body just kind of crumbles there, and you just hear her groan like a dying animal. Very guttural and whiny.
I'm going to run down to Blythe as fast as I can. Climb down? Are there stairs? Is there a... I mean, I'm not jumping off of a 50-foot cliff to get down to her, but...
Right. No, you can climb down. It's not a sheer cliff. Go ahead and make an act under pressure roll.
Hopefully, I remember. having a
Man,
doctor.
you guys.
Not better than a 9.
No.
Sasha,
So this is how everyone dies. Jumping
Not
off a
better
cliff.
than a 9.
It's just TPK, guys.
Yeah.
Merciless.
I can't see a serious, terrible move other than the obvious one on your way down is that you're going to suffer the same fate as Blythe. It's not going to be as bad as the goldfish leap from the cliff up there, but it is, yeah, some of you may get that, some of you won't. There's, so it's not going to be as bad. So go ahead and roll endure injury. Let's -2 on this one, just to
make sure I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you
I
guys
would
are,
say that I try to catch him, but I think with Blythe falling horribly, that distracts me. And then I hear Sasha land behind me.
with a thud.
Oh no!
Sasha
Her trips.
sees Blythe
Rolls.
plummet out of the sky and hears her scream, and I immediately turn myself over and begin trying to make my way down the side of this rock wall. I get maybe 10 feet down and my foot slips out and I fall tumbling end over end, and you hear the sickening crack of my head hit against the wall as I fall, and then I hit against the wall again and I fall to the ground and die.
You were just dead.
This went downhill really quickly.
Just break me at this point, like.
Someone had to die eventually.
Is it there? Oh man, no.
I was not expecting that. That was not planned. I know you all find me a unreliable narrator.
Terrible. What a terrible way.
I know. I got goosebumps. We still have the Asgul as well to deal with.
Oh
I was
my
gonna try and deal
God.
with that actually at the same time that all this other crap is happening.
Right. Yes, you were going to Saint Bernard, the Asgul. So why don't you go ahead and, unless you were going to make some specific move, make me go for it.
So it's kind of the same thing because it's gonna be the same roll. But I have Deadly Stare that I would like to try and use to make this person not move.
Deadly Stare. Describe to me your Deadly Stare, Joel.
Well, when in dog form, it's pretty gnarly. So it's a hunched down position, like a dog is ready to attack, and you're not quite sure what's going to happen. We've all seen it. And the eyes are just pitch black and hard as stone, and they stare deep into the eyes of this. You call it an Asgul? Is that what it is? What is it?
Yes, like ghoul with an as.
With an ass. Okay, the Asgul. And there is no growl, no sound. It's just dead silence as this dog is hunched over, staring at this Asgul. But it's an 11.
Yeah, and I was going to take another one off of that as well. I was debating 2. But since you pre-rolled, I will only take off 1, see how that reverse psychology works out for me. And you make eye contact with the Asgul, and they do stop moving. But you know that as soon as you flinch or twitch to try to look some other direction, he's striking you. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have to maintain that. So who is doing what? For those of you who saw Sasha fall, if you weren't paying attention to the big, ugly, 9-foot-tall Asgul that was standing up in your midst, you can respond to that. Or if you would like to, if you were more focused on the Asgul and not worried about Sasha climbing down the cliffside, or Blythe, for that matter, who has just also taken a huge crunching fall, but seems to be sort of, working her way back up. Yeah, the floor is open, basically. What's everybody doing?
Jerry's like on all fours after finally getting in. He's panting, just unable to do anything except take in breaths. He's looking at the Asgul. I'm watching Blythe flop off a mountain. Sasha follow him. Jerry is unable to do anything at this moment.
Keep it together then.
That was been rolling so well.
That wasn't honest. Yeah, I know. I almost kind of just want to let you have it, but I can't. I'm too mean.
Okay, 14.
Oh, that's not so bad. So you stand there. What are your thoughts? What's your feeling? You're going to lose the stability, but you have to describe how you're feeling.
With a 14?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, it's less than 15.
Because it's not a 15.
Right. I'm terrified. Like, 2 of my friends has potentially died. 1 has. And we're facing a 9-foot demon that has only stopped because Joel is growling at him.
No, I'm staring at it, so it can't move. There's no sounds.
I mean, yeah, to you, Jerry, it's one of the. It's something. Joel's doing something. Got its attention.
Joel is doing
for sure.
something. Jerry's terrified. I'm terrified. He's trying to figure out what his best move is. He's trying to strategize what he should do, whether he should try to follow and get Blythe because he thinks she's the best option out of.
I would like you to roll a straight +0 for repressed memories, please.
Okay. 12.
Now you have to roll to keep it together. And as you are watching the dog trying to sort that situation out first. Un momento while I check my.
I rolled a 16 on keep it together. The second.
Very good. That's good. So this won't have any effect. Perfect. That doesn't change anything, so we don't have to worry about that. However, you have a memory, a flashback, a vision, however you want to describe it. And you see this. It is outside. There's a mountainous terrain and lots of green. You are scared to death. In front of you is a very large, when I say large, it is much taller than the Asgul, probably 15 feet from the ground to the top of its ears, and 3 times as long. This dog that is bluish, blackish in color, with some sort of weird little swirly symbol that's not really on its fur. It almost sort of hovers above the surface in this sort of weird glowing rune thing. And it is about to eat you. That's the last thing that goes through your mind. And then you are back trying to keep it together in the scene. As we see Amari. You've landed in this. I almost forgot you were here. My apologies. You're climbing up into this mess. What are you doing? What do you do?
I watched Blythe and Sasha fall and Sasha die. I definitely laughed at that, honestly, because they didn't die twice. I'm just watching everybody, taking it all in. Have I seen this monster before?
Yeah, this is a rather common creature amongst illusionaires. I don't know, I just kind of pulled that word out of my butt. They are slaves, former slaves of humanity. They are an ancient race, but yeah, they typically work or are enslaved even now to somebody. Is usually how it goes. Yeah, but yeah, you're familiar with them. They're not uncommon.
How can I leave? I'm trying to just like peace out.
Oh, that's my Amari. Perfect. You trained true to your character. Well, how would she normally do it? If you were just going to fuck off, how would you do it?
I would just disappear.
Yeah, but where would you go?
But
Do you have like a landing spot? If it's just a blinking situation.
No, I don't land in one place, in a place more than once. I try not to.
Interesting. Make me an act under pressure roll.
A 19.
You don't feel as if you can blink out of this. You don't know why. However, you do have the ability to manipulate the illusion, which might be your best shot. And I know I put on your character sheet via dreams. That's not important in this particular situation. So if you want to attempt then to do something else, like change your, the surroundings, or do something with the Asgul, you can.
Can I change him into a tree?
Have you changed other things into trees before? Is this like your thing, Amari? Are you a tree?
Plants are fun. Plants are fun. Yeah.
Okay. Just establishing some character, that's all.
I mean, already have a trend. Flowers, trees. There we go.
I hope that you can. I'm going to let you roll for your manipulate the illusion. So roll plus soul. Hang on a second. We have to go ahead and make the roll.
Okay.
I don't want to confuse you with the subtraction just yet. We'll just take it off the final roll, because you do have to take the magic level of the creature 21. That you are battling. And so let me look and see if this asshole's got a magic level. I don't think he does. Magic is a novice. What'd you roll? A 21? Oh, yeah. That's a success either way. Maybe one off of that. So describe to me what happens, how you do it. Is there a thing to your, do you have you dress it up? Yes, you turned it into a tree, but you have to dress it up.
Actually, I carry a paintbrush on me, and I just paint the air.
You guys are better than
me. And I just
me.
paint him into a tree. It's wonderful.
I'm going to open up the scene at this point, as that's going to release Joel from her need to concentrate on her stare. Blythe, Jerry, Harvey, we haven't heard from you in a minute. Blythe, you fell. You climbing up after a few moments. What do you do?
What's Ernie doing too? I'm curious as to what Ernie.
Oh yeah, and Ernie. Right here, I'm just going to open the floor up. You guys do something.
Yeah. Blythe is just holding her broken ass arm and trying to get to her feet and trying to climb, but damn, it's hard with only one good arm.
Yeah, I have nothing left for you. However, we still have time. So this is your scene at this point. There's lots of injuries. There's no more threats. I do have one thing left for you, but I'm not going to give you that until you guys have had your chance to.
Is Amari in the room?
Yes.
And she just pulled the paintbrush out and turned this. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Get my bearings.
I know. I would love fan art. If anybody out there's an artist and just wants to give us some fan art, that would be cool. Yes, that happens. And yeah, the stage is yours.
Jerry, still breathing super deeply, stands up, watching all this happen. looks at Amari, very confused. Well, who the fuck are you?
Oh no, man. Who the fuck are you?
No, I used to know the answer to that question, but I've had a really weird fucking day.
Yeah, it's been a weird day. For sure.
So you just took care of that dude that was about to kill us all?
Yeah, I mean, figured why not, you know?
Well, I appreciate the hell out of you doing that, because I couldn't do anything except shit my pants again.
Happens to the best of us.
Well, if this asshole's been taken care of, I'm gonna go check on my friends that fell off the fucking mountain.
Yeah,
And Jerry
I've crawled
shambles.
my way to Sasha.
Jerry
And
shambles.
I have
his
him
way
in my
over
lap
there.
again.
Yeah. A couple of inches might have made a difference.
What do we do? I have him in my lap and I look up at everyone. What do we do?
The same things that we did when Blythe died. But this time, they'll work.
Or if they don't?
We'll make them work.
I need to talk to her. I need to maybe. I'll be right back. And
Go ahead.
I want to talk to my entity.
Shit.
I have the time for that. I don't even know who has control of my soul at this point.
Yeah, we can do that. But for the record, so that you all know, perspective-wise, time-wise, this is the moment that you found Blythe. When you are thinking about that, what's the most comfortable place for you, Harvey?
The apartment that I share with Sasha.
Did you all have a futon? Oh, I suppose you were richer than that by that point, weren't you?
Sasha tried to move his futon into there, and he straight set that fucking thing on fire in the alley outside of Sasha's apartment.
You're gonna get me to
I
cry
have
with a
money
story
now.
like that.
I don't need futons. Excuse me. I slept on a futon all my life. No more.
Jerry, if we have a second,
Yes. Well,
turns
yes.
to Amari and asks if this is something she can help with.
I don't know. That's tricky.
She's gonna have to think
Look,
on that one.
I keep hearing it's only the beginning.
It's tricky. You just turned that big monster into a tree. This is tricky. This is too tricky for you. You arrived here in a cloud of petals, and this is tricky.
Harvey, your surroundings change. You are in your apartment, and from sheer mental exhaustion and whatever, keep it together that you've failed, or two of them, or whatever, however many it's been.
Yeah,
There's been so
my
many.
sanity isn't very good right now, by the way, you guys.
Well, this is just me forcing the move where you fall back into your chair, so it's nothing huge. but you do collapse into your most, whatever your preferred seating. I was going to say futon. I don't know why, but because of Sasha, of course. And in the chair, or if you have one or not, there's one there now, is a man who sits cross-legged. He's wearing a business suit with slick combed hair.
Damn. So the rest of you kind of see Harvey just like breaking as he talks to Amari, and then he closes his eyes for a moment, and when he opens them back up, you'd recognize it. His eyes are that weird swirl of purple and black, and he goes a little limp in that sitting position. But in the living room of the apartment, he opens his eyes and stares at the man in the suit sitting across from him. I need a favor.
Mr. Winston, what favor can I do for you?
I need you to bring back Sasha and get us out of here if you can. Back to the Bergen if you want. I don't care. Just I'll do what you need. I'll get another kidney. I don't know.
Oh, no. I'm
children, right?
rude.
You sick fucks, like children. I'll.
Oh, Mr. Winston, please. I'm your agent. I can do some pretty good things for you, but let me explain something to you that you said it was Sasha?
Yeah.
And he sort of does this little snappy thing off in the air as if there was somebody else there, and you actually see a piece of paper get handed to him from nothingness. And he looks at it, and then just, it's gone. Sasha, yes, well. Mr. Winston, this is going to be difficult for you, but
okay.
Sasha, as you call him, is better.
What's his name?
Where he is now. Well, you know, when one must, you know, do this over and over and over again, you know, what is a name? Let's not get hung up on those little trivial things. Let me set your mind and aching heart at ease. Sasha, as you say, is fine. You won't see him again. Well, not like that, anyways. But
what?
There's nothing that I can do about that. Death, you know, is the beginning. So it's the reset has already happened.
You guys keep saying that.
Yes, well, this is how you get home.
What do you mean by reset?
What do you mean? What do I mean? You've heard the phrase, right?
Yeah. Well, yes.
Yes, well, it's the beginning. You know, what does that mean?
You said that Sasha was going to be reset.
Well, in a matter of speaking.
In a matter of speaking, I don't know if there's any other way to
Mr.
explain
Winston,
it.
You are the chosen. You must
I've heard
get
that.
out of the box that you have put your head in. I suppose maybe it's a stage for you, perhaps a theater. What do they call those? Never mind.
Black box.
Ah, there it is. Yes, that's it. You know, you have to think outside the box, as it were, and realize
I'm
that
here
this
talking
is...
to you, aren't I, right now?
Exactly.
I think that's pretty thinking
Right.
outside of the box.
Yes, that's good, and that's a very good start, but let's not use this as a crutch, right? Because I charge for my services. Have you got your wallet on you?
Looking confused, I pat my pockets to see if I do.
Of course you don't. But That's just a reminder.
Well, I thought I paid you in services, rituals.
No, there's lots of many ways that I will take payment. One just doesn't want to accrue a whole lot of debt, right? And you are not in any position to be paying anybody back at this point in time.
So you can't do anything?
Well, I can do a lot of stuff, but I can't do that. And trust
What are you,
me,
like Ernie? You just suddenly forgot how to be useful?
Ernie? Who's that?
Don't worry about it. He's an old friend, acquaintance. I don't know. So he's gone. He tried to climb down a mountain and he fell.
I know.
And he's gone. You know, I figured it would be something like maybe a skateboarding accident or something with the drugs. He's always getting mixed in with these people. But you're telling me a mountain, a fucking mountain.
And the worst one, it was just the last 5 inches of the fall that did him in. It's terrible.
Fucking
irony.
Bastard. And I that's a straw, and I stand up and I'm angry now.
Oh. I struck a nerve. Listen, I'll send you back. You can have a favor, as if there's something else that you'd like. I can do that. Perhaps. It's not taking somebody out of their cycle. Then I will do that for you. Otherwise, you have much more power than you think you do. I would suggest that you reach deep within your angry little self and find it. Otherwise, you will be a slave to me for a very long, long time and still have no Sasha. Oh, good news is the doctor is trapped in there with you, so he's not getting home either.
Something just like takes over me, and in an extremely uncharacteristic fashion, I lunge at him.
Oh, Dr. Kennedy, avoid harm.
I go straight for the throat. Oh no.
Man, it's good to be a god. Oh, he failed.
Yeah. That's a 9.
It's nothing going to be critical. I don't know. Before I make you roll to endure injury, Harvey, go ahead and describe your attack. What do you do?
Well, in this space in the living room, there's a coffee table between us and the chairs, and I just completely just like over it, like knock the table entirely out of the way, and I'm going to put both of my hands on his throat with my thumbs right over his Adam's apple.
Oh, this is perfect for Dr. Kennedy. You go down, Harvey leaps at you from out of literally nowhere and takes you down. You go thumping. You're going to get a bump on the back of your head. That's your harm that you take. And you can speak, Dr. Kennedy, but Harvey is on top of you, choking you. You're going to have to wake him up, or he may kill you.
Well, it's a good thing that I still have that knife, isn't it?
Shit. I said you could talk, but yes, you could use the knife.
Oh man.
We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die. This is the last episode of Manhattan, everybody.
Well, folks, they TPK'd themselves, right? Yeah.
I'll just do like a little cut on the side of his arm.
A little pokey poke to get his attention. Will a small cut on your arm break you out of this, Harvey?
No.
Oh, that's not enough, Doctor.
Can the rest of us see Harvey just out of nowhere? Like,
Yes.
oh,
Yes. The stage is open again. I'm just kind of guiding as we go, but yes, it's still open. Anybody can do anything they want. Just
oh, then yeah.
holla.
Yeah, Jerry's gonna try to pull Harvey off of the doctor.
Act
Or
under pressure.
Ernie. Act under pressure.
Harvey is not
not a good roll for me.
Harvey's not going to go easy. But
16.
he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he is rather strong though.
I have a -2 on act under pressure, and I rolled a 16.
Okay. I will let you pull Harvey off before he does any serious damage to Dr. Kennedy, who can get his air now. Harvey, you're not in the living room anymore. It disappeared when you hit the ground.
I'm screaming Harvey's name into his ear, trying to bring him out of it.
Yeah, I'm out of it, and my eyes are normal, but very wet, very filled with tears, and I shove you off of me. Let me go. Stop. What?
I let him go. Very confused.
Blythe, I assume you have found Sasha.
Yes, I have finally made it up there. Is everyone just still standing around Sasha?
Yeah, everybody's wherever they want to be.
I'm like sitting on the ground, like just facing forward with my back to Sasha. I've seen too many people fall from cliffs. I don't want to watch it again.
Yeah, she'll just go over and sit right next to him. Put a hand on his back.
Can I try to bring him back?
How would you do that?
I don't know. I've never tried to bring anyone back from the dead before.
Did we get your manipulate the illusion done? Oh yes, you painted the school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think I would do something. Yeah, I would try to paint. Do the same thing.
You have something that you don't do very often because it's easier to move through limbo. You have the ability to open a portal from limbo to other places. That is something that is hard, strenuous, and very dangerous. And you don't know where you're going to land because you haven't done it that much. The real world is something that Amari has avoided. Elysium being the real world. So you can, but it's going to take a little bit of time while you concentrate or whatever and do your thing, and then you don't have any control over where you land.
Yeah, I'll try it.
All right.
Why not?
You will set about to do that. I'm going to let you do it since I have control over where you go, but it is going to take some time, which is the time that we have to say goodbye to Sasha. So if anybody has some things that they would like to say there as character or whatever, I'm not going to take that
choosing
away.
the permadeath option? No.
He chose death.
Death is pretty permanent.
I'm gonna go sob after this.
It doesn't mean he's out of the game.
I am upset.
He'll be back. I'll be back.
Sasha won't be back, though. Sasha is gone. I know. I'm trying to keep it together myself. So, yes, now is your moment on stage. You all have a death. Sasha, who I was just listening to describe his starter package apartment with the bath or the toilet was in the kitchen.
Harvey. Harvey, what do you want us to do with his body?
This isn't real. It's not real. I came back. He'll be back.
I don't know.
I wasn't around for when you died, Blythe. To me, death is pretty permanent.
It's more than permanent. It's forever. It's always with you and the people who care about you. But I've seen what's on the other side. I've been there. I've done it. If I know Sasha, he's not gonna stop. He's not gonna stop. Just like I didn't fucking stop.
Oh, if we really get a choice.
I don't think he's coming back here where we are. If I'm right, Amari is going to take us somewhere else, or she's at least trying to. We're not going to stay here, so I don't know if you just want to leave him here or do something.
No, we're not.
No, you can't leave him here. We gotta protect the body.
I can't do this. I can't do this. Can you guys go? Can you go in the other room for a minute?
If you need a minute with him, that's fine.
Yeah.
I help Blythe up the remainder of the hill.
Jojo,
Yeah.
will you stay?
She hasn't moved from her spot, not facing anybody, and her head is curled up in a little ball on her knees. And you can tell that she's shaking and crying. And she doesn't acknowledge that Harvey's talked to her. She's just trying not to sound like she's sobbing.
I, for one, am pissed that I am getting dragged away.
We'll talk later, I promise. Please leave.
Come on, Blythe, I'll take a look at your...
This is bullshit, though. You're acting like he's gone. He's not fucking gone. He's gonna be back. He'll be back. And you think you're the only one who's allowed to grieve?
Right now, yes. He was the love of my life, Blythe. I know you're young and you might not fully understand that. I know you had your fling with the angel guy in the Flak Chatter's tower, but it was not comparable. Nothing is comparable. It's my entire future flung off of a fucking mountain. So I need you to leave this room for just a minute and we can talk. We can regroup. I'm sorry. I need to not be surrounded by people. I'm gonna lose it. 5 minutes.
Whatever. She just stalks away. She's mad.
I can't do this, Harvey. I can't. I'm sorry. And Joel gets up and follows Blythe out.
Is everyone else also leaving the room?
I'll call Ernie to come and try to convince Blythe to let us look at her arm. See if we can't do anything about it.
Yeah, once the room is empty, I'll just kind of stare off at the doorway that everyone disappeared through for a while, and then slowly, as if I'm scared to look at it, I'll look back down at Sasha. And I'll just crumple to my feet again, to my legs, and pull him back up in my lap and say just a few quiet, private things. Move his hair out of his face, lean down and give a kiss to his forehead. And I can't think of what to do. I'm not strong enough to really think about that right now. And by the time anybody comes back into the room, I'm just crying and holding him and shaking.
Does anybody else do anything significant, or was there a conversation with somebody that they wanted to have regarding the situation or any other situation or anything like that while Harvey's having his brief moment? Something's about to happen. Yes.
I did want to go talk to Ernie.
To Ernie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So you can go approach him and have a moment.
What you doing, Ernie?
I tortured that boy. He hated me for it.
Yeah, he sure did.
I can't blame him. You know that, Miss Watson?
Yeah. Look, Ernie, this can't be real, right? Like there's something else we could do. Like this isn't. Come on, you gotta give me something, man.
You know how hard we tried with Blythe. I don't know why she's back, but nothing I did helped.
Okay. So we doctor, we find the doctor and we make him bring him back, right? Like he can do that, maybe.
Like I would ever trust that creature to do anything as a favor to us.
So we pound his face in until he fucking does.
We tried that once, remember? Blythe ended up with a broken neck.
Fuck. What do we do? Ernie, come on, man. You can't give up. If you give up, then what am I supposed to do, huh? Roll over and take it like I did when... Just fuck it. Fine. Forget it.
Miss Watson. What would he want?
Fuck what he wants. I know what he wants. He'd say,
he'd want us to take care of Harvey. Mr. Winston's going to be the hardest hit of all of us. You know this.
Yeah. What if I'm not strong enough to do it?
Well, we're all here. We'll have to be each other's strength, won't we?
Yeah. Okay. All right. And Joel tries to put on a brave face, looks at Blythe, kind of stares at her for a second, studying the fact that she's standing here.
No, I'm leaving. I'm not sticking around. I'm going.
Walking off into the sunset?
Yeah, I'd like to roll to use my wings again.
They're not going to work, Blythe.
Son of a bitch. Then I'm running.
Just runs.
Yeah.
Flop,
Running.
flop, run.
hmm
She's young. Did anybody else have anything that they wanted to say and or do that has not already? Then, Harvey, the memory that does come back to you as you are not thinking of, or since you don't know what to think of, it's not about the past or anything that a moment that you had with Sasha. It was about what you wanted with Sasha. And if I remember correctly, I don't have this written down, but I have in my head something about a ranch in Montana. Am I close?
Virginia.
Vermont.
Okay.
Vermont?
We've just zigzagged
Virginia?
all the way across the country. I'm like getting seasick. Oh, Vermont.
Yes, she wanted to go to Vermont.
It's even better. I'm gonna let you have just that moment of, I wanted to go here, but Sasha wanted to go here, and you imagine that home, the Harvey Winston home, the Harvey and Sasha home, and whatever that is where you all will land as Amari reaches the conclusion of her ability to move everybody. And it is there, quite literally, on a whatever size ranch farm it is, in wherever it is. I'm not going to specify. We'll let you to hash that out, because that will be your description when we come back next week, and it will be there.
Week after next.
The week after next, right? Because we're going to be missing people. We're going to have something special next week. We just don't know what it is yet.
You're going to leave me in charge of a house description.
Yes, the good news is you will really be there. But you will be in Vermont or West Virginia or wherever it was that you decided.
Goats and chickens and
Amari, take me too.
Dogs.
Oh, I took everybody.
That's even the best
No man
part.
behind.
Because Blythe, as you are walking away quite angrily in a huff, you realize that you are on a ranch. It's green and there's pastures and fence. As a matter of fact, you stumble into this wood fence and fall over, and a horse walks up and nuzzles you.
I get on it and I ride away.
Well, I'm not going to let that happen.
Angsty teens.
I'm pissed.
That's how we'll fade out for tonight. Thank you, players. That was amazing. You did a wonderful job. Sorry. I suppose in some way you'll have to take this up with Invisible Duke.
No, you're not.
I say he's got balls. I've teased him often. I've teased I think all of you at least once about choosing death. Anyway, so having done the one thing that none of us have yet done before, really, except Blythe.
I'm upset.
But great job. Well played. Well done. The role playing was awesome. We've got some amazing things happening. We've got Asylum Fracture is tomorrow, and around the Tito, if you're here, put the time. I'm confused. It's between 1 and 2. I probably have some calendars and stuff to go double check, but it's at 1 or 2 Central, and you need to go watch that. T-Dwarf's gonna be on it, and they're down to like the last couple of episodes, so get it while it's hot. And Saturday night, I'm going to try to do marbles. I'm not going to say anything more than that before I jinx it. And Sunday, however, is what I'm most excited about. I always look forward to Sundays now. Is at noon. We're going to do, what is it? What do you guys call it?
These happy little faces.
Oh, yes.
They're going to be a lot happier than today's faces, I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully I won't cry a bunch on camera.
It'll be great. So you need to check that show out. If you haven't, it's worth it just to see Izzy and his work, and T-Dorf. They like to paint along, and you should come paint along too. I think we've got some advice on budget tips as far as budget paints and stuff like that, but we'll get into that some other time. You can get that on Discord, !Discord in chat. We'll get you the link. Come join us. And that's all I've got to say. Does anybody else have anything pressing that I have dropped that needs to get out there? Then I suppose it's time to say good night, sweet dreams, and we love you.
Good night.
Good night.
We love you.
Sweet dreams.
Good night.
We love you. And if you're
Listen,
trying to get them out,
people.
for the love of God, use proper climbing gear or something.
Ain't no
It's
mountain
just a bad
short
fall.